We're here with Professor Gary Francione, who of course does not need any introductions, but here is his website so you can look it up and really look into it and learn more about the abolitionist theory, which is, I believe, what we have in this moment in our movement, what is best for those who are right in the movement for a while, and especially for those who are starting in the movement to really get on that track, which Francione has so clearly brought to us. So Gary, I'll let you know, in your view, what is the future of animal rights and how are we going to get there?
I think the future of animal rights is veganism. I firmly believe that we're never going to have any changes until we go vegan, individually and as a social matter, nothing will change. Once we go vegan as an individual matter and as a social matter, everything changes. Mm-hmm. So I think veganism is the moral baseline. Basically, if animals matter at all, we cannot eat, wear, or use them. It's that simple. It's really that simple. And I think the movement, the problem is the animal movement in many places is corporatized. So the people who, the animal movement is controlled by these large organizations which have a vested interest in not promoting veganism because they want to appeal to the broadest base in terms of donors, and this results in their promoting happy exploitation and animal welfare reform and things of this nature. And they don't promote veganism. If they promote anything, it's vegetarianism, and I think vegetarianism is a morally incoherent position. So I think that that what we really need to do is sort of get away from these organizations and really have grassroots vegan, a grassroots vegan movement where we spend our time really focused on veganism as a moral baseline, because as I say, I think the whole happy exploitation movement is going in the wrong direction, and that's what I think. That's what the large animal groups are promoting in my country. I believe in your country as well, and certainly in Europe. So it's a problem. South America, North America, Europe, it's a problem.
So you'd say that the solution is actually simple, but the paths that have been shown in the movement are just making it more complicated.
Yes. Well, it's not just making it more complicated; it's perverting.
Yeah.
Because it's making people feel better about continuing to exploit animals. That's the problem.
About making people feel better, is that the same case with Meatless Monday?
Yeah. Oh God, Meatless Monday is a disaster. There's no distinction between meat and other animal products. Number one. Number two, the idea that this is something we do for one day. I mean, it's I would say that there's an analogy to sort of say, let's have rape-free Monday, but that's not even an analogy because at least with a rape-free Monday, you're getting rid of all rape on that day. With Meatless Monday, you're not getting rid of all animal exploitation. You're just getting rid of meat on one day. The idea that justice is something we do on one day is insane. So, my view is that it ought to be, we shouldn't have these one-day things, but if it's a one-day thing, let it be Vegan Monday, But I always say to people, if you're going to have a day without animal products, let it be a Vegan Monday, and make sure Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are always vegan. Because look, I go back to what I said, George. The bottom line is, until you become vegan, nothing changes. Once you become vegan, everything changes.
Thank you, Gary, for sharing this time with us.
Thank you.
And, we have in São Paulo, we have a Gary Francione study group.
Yes.
Hosted by Luis Martini and Stephanie. And those who are in São Paulo can write letters, and I'll let you know more details about that.
Hello, everybody in Brazil. And from what I can tell, there's a very active, thoughtful group of people in Brazil, in São Paulo, and I wish you all the best, and I hope you will stay in touch with me and come to my website and come to my Facebook page and interact. The Brazilian people who have made contributions always make good, intelligent contributions, and I appreciate them.
And Gary's book has just been translated into Portuguese.
Yes. Introduction to Animal Rights has just been translated into Portuguese. It was translated by Regina Rida, who is a Brazilian writer, award-winning Brazilian writer, and it's just been published, I think, in the past 2 weeks. I have a new book out called Eat Like You Care, which you can get at Amazon.com. Eat Like You Care, which I wrote with Anna Charlton, and it's a call for veganism. It's a call to basically, if you believe animals have moral value, then you've got to be a vegan. And there's nothing extreme about veganism. What's extreme is not being a vegan.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you very much, George. Thank you very much. Okay, that went well.